and left. I honestly can't believe this man really quit his job to sit home and play the PS5 all day. When I woke up this morning, I just knew I had to stand on business. I was thinking long and hard all night, like what could I really do to make him feel so uncomfortable that he just get up and leave?
The caption says she faked an eviction to get her boyfriend out of the house. And like she just said, I guess, did she say that he quit his job so he could sit around and play video games? But she faked an eviction to get him out of the house. That's interesting.
Really quit his job to sit home and play the PS5 all day. When I woke up this morning, I just knew I had to stand on business. I was thinking long and hard all night, like what could I really do to make him feel so uncomfortable that he just get up and leave? I wanted him to believe that I really gave away my apartment, so I started by clearing out the refrigerator and the freezer. I gave all these meats to my homegirl, and then whatever we didn't use in the refrigerator, I went ahead and threw it out. I also had a plan to get the lights temporarily cut off, but my apartment complex did let me know that I wasn't able to do that because then that would be a breach in my lease, which I didn't want to start any conflict with that. This green bowl was some salmon, and if y'all know Nard, y'all know he loves salmon. So his feelings was so hurt when he opened the refrigerator and didn't see that salmon in there anymore. Once I cleaned out the refrigerator, I went ahead to the dumpster and threw out everything that we no longer needed. I went over to Walmart to get some locks to change the locks, but I didn't even have to change them because we ended up having a conversation and he just packed his stuff and left.
Oh wow,
I
yeah.
honestly
Yeah.
This is literally struggling. This place. I'm just saying, I think.
Her caption says, "My boyfriend still refuses to get a job, even after we got evicted from our apartment."
I'm just saying, I think you should get a job. Like, we're really struggling. Do you not see where we are?
We weren't struggling until.
Look where we are. We are in a motel.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
This is literally struggling.
This place is fine for a little while until you can pick up more hours to get us a better place.
You can't be serious. I'm working 2 jobs. You can get a job. I need your help. I don't want to be here.
Okay, well then
I don't feel safe here.
just make better money at work. I don't know.
I've been constantly trying.
Well,
Can you just try to get a part-time at least?
I told you I can't get a job.
Why? Literally, what is the reason?
Because I've worked jobs in the past and I just don't like them. So
You don't like them. Nobody likes working.
can we just go to sleep, please?
When the gender roles get so mixed up, this is what we can start to have. He wants to live a soft life, can't you tell? He told her basically that she's gonna have to solve the problem. He said once you get a job or something like that, and you can start working more hours to get us out of this situation. So we see here, he don't want to be the leader. He don't want to be the leader. He don't want to be the one to solve the problem or ultimately to fix the circumstance. And this is what we start to see because things are getting so abstract now. It's hard to know what to pour into to the youth because things are controversial now. It could be controversial now to be telling a young man, I guess, to, well, I don't know. It's just all over the place is what I'm saying. And this is what you can start to get. Now, referring back to the first clip, so she had this whole elaborate scheme to pretend like they were getting evicted just for him to move all of his stuff out of there because he decided to quit his job and just decide he was going to play his game too. So another person that basically, or another male who decided that they were going to put all of the weight on their chick to carry the responsibilities. And you see, he didn't have no time. He didn't have no time. And it may not have been, the story may not have been exactly how she said it, as far as, oh, I'm just quitting my job to play my video game. What might have happened was, what I think is most probable is he probably got emotional, probably got into it with his manager at work or something. and emotionally quit his job. Then he didn't have another job lined up. And so what she saw was him at home playing the video game. And so she framed it in that way. But because I doubt anybody was just bold enough to just say, I quit my job to be a full-time play my video game while you work. Right? We got to read between the lines. But you see, he didn't have no time at all. She immediately, as soon as she seen him at home, not paying no bills, you got to go. And she came up with a scheme to get him out. And that was, in my opinion, that's actually kind of smart. Because had she not did that, and had he not willingly left on his own, it would have been a very elongated process to try to get him out of that residence and ultimately evict him. Because if his things are there, now he stays there, even if he's not on the lease. So it was kind of smart, and it probably would have worked. But obviously, he didn't mind going. He probably can go stay with his mama or something. Because again, this is how they're being brought up now. This is how they're being brought up. Not being brought up intentional as far as making sure that they're capable and leaders ultimately. But always knowing they can go back to mama or grandma or whatever and not having to really take the responsibility. And it's just all over the place. It's just all over the place. Y'all, before we get back into it, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second and it actually helps out more than you know. And it's really just a click. Literally just a click. So if you're here anyway, you might as well click that like button. And also if you could hype as well. Her caption says, "This is a cry for help. We're being evicted. My phone is about to be cut off. Hiding my car so they don't repo it. And my son needs shoes and clothes. I'm in chronic pain and I'm depressed." Okay. I think we kind of get the gist.
I lost my job in December. I've been a pharmacy technician for 10 plus years. I have a nice, diverse resume. I've been in insurance, I've been in hospitals, I've been in retail, I've been in specialty, but I can't land a job. I'm overqualified or underqualified because I don't do compounds. Well, I don't have a compounding license. Y'all, I've gotten into the creator program. I've been trying to get into affiliate programs.
Oh no.
I'm trying to push content out. It's hard because of my condition, and I'm trying to learn it.
Okay. Hold on now. Because see, honestly, whenever I hear the excuse as far as y'all, I can't get a job, I'm either overqualified or underqualified, I typically don't think people are trying that hard. That's just the general excuse that's been used since the beginning of time. If I'm being real, you could have used a more modern reason, in my opinion, as far as you should have said AI or something. But they've been using that since shoot. They've been using that since the beginning of time. So that's one. But now I'm extra suspicious because typically what I see is when people are trying to be full-time content creators and they quit their job or lost their job or whatever, a lot of times they ain't looking for another job, especially when they come on here and basically make it known that, no, I'm really trying to take this league. I'm trying to be a full-time content creator and have this pay all my bills. That's not probable. And there's a lot of content creators that still have jobs, still have full-time jobs. And the content creation money, if any, can supplement a little bit, and it can be a nice little boost and enhancement, especially in this economy where it almost seems like you have to have multiple streams, multiple hustles, whatever that looks like, whether, if you're in a relationship and y'all both working, that's multiple streams. But now I don't know if you're really trying as hard as you want if you're trying to be a creator and on a creator program. I'm sorry. Because from what I typically see, people try to be full-time content creators. There's never a middle ground. It's always go all in with the content or get a job. And typically people prefer to try to do the content.
Content now it's hard because of my condition, and I'm trying to learn to edit videos. Help me push my content through so that I can pay my bills.
See, this ain't the way either. This ain't the way.
I'm not even trying to use TikTok to get rich and famous. I just need some income.
This is how it starts. See, this ain't the way because you're not even really making content. You'll make a video basically saying that you're in a horrible circumstance, and then you just engage, help me push this through. It's like, help me get the numbers up, share it, do this, do that. But it's just a sad story. It's not actual content. And that's why I'm saying this ain't the way. Because this is how it starts. And then it's going to be one person that hits that cash out. And after that one person hits that cash out, it's up from there and it's stuck. And what I mean is, then it's going to become a slippery slope. And next thing you know, she's going to be on here live begging. And so, for one, if this is the type of content where it's just basically you being in struggle, which typically this type of content will do well for the time being. But if you ever try to pivot and do anything else, your other content's not going to do well. So basically, it's almost like you're either incentivized to struggle just so that you can do numbers because for some reason it does well, whether it makes other people feel good about their situation, whatever. Either you're going to be incentivized to struggle, or what I think could also happen a lot of times is even when you're not struggling, you still going to have to come on here and pretend like you're struggling, which I think a lot of people do. And I think it ends up being lucrative, especially once they start going the begging route as well.
Need some income. I'm so tired of crying. Y'all, I'm shaking. I don't know what else to do.
Keep applying.
I don't know what else to do.
Keep applying. See, here's my thing, man. You didn't apply to every job on the earth. What do we mean we don't know what else to do? You just need one. Keep applying to jobs. It sounds like you also maybe have an action item, which she said that the reason that she didn't get some of the jobs is because she didn't have a certification that she needed. Now, I don't know what the certification is. Maybe somebody in my comments can tell me. But can you try to get that certification? It sounds like that'll solve your problems. But yeah, you gotta keep applying. There's a lot of jobs out here. Are you only going after certain jobs? You only need excuse me. You only need one. So just keep applying. But I really don't think I think it's like people are really kind of apprehensive about getting a job, honestly. I don't think I think it's like apply to 3 jobs and then y'all, I tried, I'm overqualified, I'm underqualified. I just can't win for losing, so I'm gonna just be a content creator. I think people just be looking for excuses to go all in and try to become content creators.
I don't know what else to do. So, if you guys can help from the bottom up,
From the bottom
push it
up.
out. push it out so that I can get my videos monetized. They're allowing me to push it out so that I can start making money. Please. That's all I ask.
Come on.
I
We
always
gotta have
tell
some effort.
people you have not because you ask not. So I'm asking. Please. Please help me. Please. Y'all can't believe I'm begging on the internet.
See, y'all, pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Be alert. I gotta get more alert right now. I'm settling into this. But pay attention. I'm paying attention. And what I mean is this. How you do little things is going to be how you do big things, and how you do some things is typically going to be how you do most things. Now, I really don't think she's really trying to apply for a job like her life depends on it, because she's showing signs of laziness. And this is one. What do I mean?
Please. Please help me.
Please just push this out. Please I didn't do not a lick of content at all in this. I really didn't even give much background about my situation. If you really think about it, really didn't even really give much background about the story, how this happened. Like, at least do a story time, something. Really, this whole thing was just begging. So it's like, you want to be a full-time content creator. When you become a content creator, get in the creator program and get monetized, you still have to push out content for it to generate revenue. But you're not making no content. So if you're trying to be lazy with this and you just want this handed to you, then I feel like that could give an indication of how you're approaching these jobs. You just want it handed to you. You want them to roll out the red carpet and say, right this way. And so I feel like if you're going to do this lazy and you say this is what you really want to do, then a job has a lot of friction, especially for people who don't want to work, which is most people these days. So I don't think that you're really going at the job search and going at job acquisition, coming at it with everything that you got and treating that like a full-time job. If you don't have a job, finding a job is your full-time job, especially if you are a parent. Especially. But even if you're not. See, in the stuff we reviewed earlier, dudes just laying around and dudes wanting to play the PlayStation. No, man. You're supposed to be working 9 to 5, putting in applications, or outside meeting people, showing your face so that you can differentiate and stand out. For example, she's in her car right now. So I'm assuming you've been going places running errands. She used the opportunity in the car to make a content beggar video when you should have been in the car wherever you're going. Whatever things are around there, you need to be putting your application in, meeting people, saying, are y'all hiring? Well, here's my number if anything changes, whatever. I don't think that people going at it like that.
Need it. I need the lift up now, y'all. I need it. I'm in a really dark place. And I really love TikTok, but I'm in a really dark place right now.
Yeah, she loves TikTok. Man, I wish her the best. But I just know how life works. And what you put in is going to be what you get out. But I mean, I'm going to be real. This post did well. But again, this type of content does well. The struggle type of content, I'm single mom, whatever. But see, when I go to the other videos, they're not doing well. The only other video that did well that I could see that she has pinned, and the other video actually did way better than this one. I'll show y'all. Why not? But it looks like more struggle content because she got tears coming out of her eyes. See, hold on. And yeah, it just overwhelmed. I don't know if y'all can see the caption. And see, this wasn't even a minute long. And if you didn't know, TikTok doesn't pay anything if your videos aren't at least a minute long, as well as you also have to retain a certain amount of watch time as well. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of barriers they put into getting paid now. And that's why a lot of creators basically complain that TikTok don't pay anyway. So this is a fool's errand to begin with, because TikTok is not going to be a platform that pays you a sustainable living wage, especially at this level. See, this video did pretty well, but it was short, as well as this is her best video, and it still didn't do that well in the grand scheme of TikTok. It only did a little over 200,000 views, which for short form content, especially on TikTok, this being your best video, that's not that good. Even if this video was monetized, you wouldn't have made nothing, maybe a penny. So you need to stay conventional. You got a child, you need to try to get a job. You need to try to get a job. And it's just that simple.
Working in the Bronx. I have until like August 15th to pay.
All right. So his caption says, I owed $25,000 in back rent payments after taking over my mom's house. But it looks like he's currently facing eviction and he's down to $7,000. These be the type of inheritances we get, man. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying we don't even get paid off houses. We get houses where you still got to pay rent on the mortgage and whatever. But let's go into it.
Hi guys, so I just left housing court. If you've been following me since last year, I used to owe $25,000. Now it's down to like $7,000. So now it's just about working hard and paying everything off. After I figure everything out in my personal life, I will be helping a few more people. So definitely stay tuned. I have until like August 15th to pay everything off. So I believe I should be able to pay everything off by that time. You know what I mean? Besides that, everybody have an amazing day. Just stay tuned. I'm praying that boxes. I do randomly.
I don't know what he's talking about, but you better, you need to pay that off, man. Don't let that happen. Don't lose that, basically, is what I'm saying.
I have a question. I've been reading online that it's pointless to pay.
All right, her caption says, is an eviction worth paying off?
All right, TikTok family, I need help. I said, fuck this. I'm finna figure out how to do this. All right, so I have an eviction on my record. It's a lot of money. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It's a big ass eviction. So I'm trying to get it paid off within.
So, translation. She owed somebody a lot of money, which means she didn't pay off. Oh, excuse me. She hadn't been paying her rent for a long time, and she had been capitalizing and taking advantage of the situation. And she basically stiffed somebody with the bill. People will come online disclosing that type of stuff, that they did somebody like that, because obviously they didn't get their money. And now she's like, is it worth paying off? Do you owe it? Then see, people be acting like they believe in things, and that they're Christians and all type of stuff. And then they want to come on here asking, is it worth paying another person, one of God's children, what they owe? I don't know. It sounds like you know better, and it sounds like you got it, or at least got some of it. So go ahead. See, that's why sometimes I don't feel bad, man, because sometimes you got to let people just deal with their karmic retribution. A lot of people's circumstances, sometimes you see on face value, you be sad, but a lot of people are getting exactly what they deserve, and they're getting their just desserts. And that's not for you to try to interfere with. That's way above you. That's something else spiritual that's going on. And they meant to go through that. They meant to suffer through that, because there are some things that they need to learn, and there are some debts that they need to repay before they can get into a prosperous situation. They just be trying to ignore it. Meanwhile, it's somebody else that had to, you know, suffer through you, through encountering you, and you don't feel like you should pay it back even when you got it.
It's a lot of money. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It's a big ass eviction. So I'm trying to get it paid off within a year so I can get my own apartment in my name. So I have a question. I've been reading online that it's pointless of paying the eviction and to wait 7 years. I don't have another 4 years to wait.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. She ain't trying to pay it off because she owes it. She trying to pay it off because she's like, will the eviction get off my record so that I can get another apartment? Or should I just wait the 7 years and just work around it and figure it out?
Apartment in my name. So I have a question. I've been reading online that it's pointless of paying the eviction and to wait 7 years. I don't have another 4 years to wait until before I can get my own place. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So what happens after I pay it off? Is it worth paying it off? You get what I'm saying? And once I pay it off, how do I get it off my record? What am I supposed to do, y'all? Please leave me some advice down in the comments because this girl is on a journey to getting her life back together. Thank you. All right, TikTok family.
I want to see what her comments say. She ain't get that many comments. She got about 15 comments. But let's see. The captions or the comment says, pay it off, then get with the eviction judge and see if it can be removed from your name. I'm a property manager, and if anyone has an eviction, immediate denial, it's been paid off, then you're good. Somebody said, if you can afford to pay it off, then do it. You still need to find a reasonable landlord that will not judge you, though, for having an eviction, although it's paid off. I mean, it sounds like you don't get it off, regardless. Which would make sense because you went through an arduous amount of court proceedings probably in order to ultimately get that across the line. I don't think that they're just going to keep tying up the courts in order to get something expunged. I think it's kind of final once it goes through. Somebody said, also, there are apartments that will take you. Just be honest and upfront, and they will take you but make you pay a higher deposit. Somebody said, go dispute it off your credit after you pay it off. Contact the people that are collecting the collection and ask them to send you proof that it's paid off so it can come off your record. Send that letter to the credit. Yeah. She gave a personal example. She says, I have one 4 years old. I've had apartments that will work with you, I've had apartments that will work with you if it's over 3 years. And some say that 2 years. The high-end apartments ask me, is it paid off? Oh, okay. So some will ask if you paid it off. And some will work with you if you're in the process of paying it off. So there are places you're just going to have to live in low-end apartments until you pay it off to reach at least 3 to 4 years. So they'll still be following this to understand, are you even trying to pay it off? Are you whatever? But yeah, I mean, regardless, it sounds like it's going to be a workaround no matter what. It's going to be, you're going to have a battle on your hands for all these years. And I can't say you don't deserve it because it sounds like you played a stupid game and you won a stupid prize. And here you sit today still trying to play a stupid game and win stupid prizes because you're still trying to strategize around it. See, people be trying to strategize and see how they can capitalize ultimately and get more for less. And now you got this thing on your record. You can't find nowhere to be. You probably stay with your mama or something. And now you staying at your mama's house is probably getting hot because you can't do what you want to do, how you want to do it. So now you're like, okay, I got to get up out of here. How do I get this off my record? Now you got urgency because you can't live the way you want to live. But listen, it don't sound like you taking this serious. And it don't sound like you ultimately trying to be responsible for what you know that you owe. So, and hey, mistakes can happen. But it don't sound like a mistake. It sounds like you still trying to be calculated, in my opinion. And so, ultimately, just don't even end up in that situation to begin with. Pay what you owe. Take on what you can comfortably handle. And you should be fine. But it's people just doing whatever they want, getting whatever they want, but they're not actually thinking about whether or not they can sustain it, especially in case of an emergency and ultimately in case of life. And life is going to happen. You want life to happen. Let me tell you something. If life doesn't happen, then you probably not alive anymore, because stay alive long enough and a life circumstance is going to happen. So you want to try to hedge against that as best as possible and ultimately take on what you can handle. I would doubt that she had a studio apartment. But it sounds like that's what you should have had, and then you'd have been all right, and you probably wouldn't have got evicted. But okay, she got kids, so probably studio wouldn't have worked, or it probably still would have worked, man. It's not. Listen, man, this isn't that deep. It's people been living in tents, all type of stuff. You can float by with a studio apartment, and it seems like she's a content creator too. So it's like, did you have a job? Did you lose your job? Did you decide you're gonna go all in on content? Inquiring minds want to know. But y'all, we'll leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I'm a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype was designed for smaller channels, so that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days, and hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So for that reason, it's usually best practice, if you want to hype, to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And also, if you want to become a member of the channel as well, join buttons on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you would get badges next to your comments, as well as you would get early access to content. And you would also get exclusive content that is not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, join buttons on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next